Welcome to Alphanumeric Tricks. Now we are going to evaluate this nice Olympiad problem. Let's start. We denote this summation to be Sn. Okay, this will be equal to Sn. Now we have to write the nth term for the series. Nth term for the series we have to write it. So nth term of this series will be equal to nth term of Sn will be equal to, you can write this to be here 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial is there. So you can write this to be, suppose you write instead of nth term we are writing, instead of 1 we write n factorial. When you're substituting n is equal to 1, you get 1 factorial plus here 2 is there. So how will you write 2? 1 plus 1, and here how will you write 3? 1 plus 2. Okay, so 1 is written as it is. In the same way we have to write n factorial. Instead of 1 we have to use n. So n plus 1 factorial plus n plus 2 factorial. This is our nth term for the given series. Okay, so numerator you have 3 is there, so 3 can be written as n plus 2. Okay, now we have to simplify this series. For that we have to write n plus 2 as it is divided by n factorial plus this n plus 1 factorial can be written as n plus 1 into n factorial. How it is possible is, suppose you are writing 5 factorial. 5 factorial can be written as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This term can be written as 5 into 4 factorial. These term combined together written as 4 factorial, and 5 is left out, so 5 into 4 factorial. Suppose you have 6 factorial. 6 factorial can be written as 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, and this you can combine, write it as 5 factorial, and balance term is 6. So 6 into 5 factorial. In the same way, you can write n plus 1 factorial as n plus 1 into n factorial, plus in the same way you can write n plus 2 can be written as n plus 2 into n plus 1 into n factorial. Okay, because you have to reduce one term, you have to reduce one term, you write the same term as it is here. Here also 5 factorial, you write 5 as it is, and 5 minus 1 is you get 4, 4 minus 1 you get 3, 3 minus 1 you get 2, 2 minus 1 is 1. In the same way, n plus 2 you have to write as it is, this n plus 2 you have to write as it is, and n plus 2 minus 1 it becomes n plus 1, n plus 1 minus 1 is n. Okay, and this here you can from this you can take n factorial outside, which is all the terms having n factorial. So take n factorial outside. Remaining terms you have n plus 1 here. N factorial is taken outside. Here n plus 1 is taken outside. So 1 plus, here 1 n factorial is taken outside. So this n plus 1 you have to write as it is, plus here n factorial is taken outside. So you have product of two terms, n plus 2 into n plus 1. Okay, after that you have n plus 2 into, that is n plus 2 divided by n factorial into here n plus 1 plus 1 is 2. So you can write n plus 2 plus n plus 2 into n plus 1. From this, which is common, n plus 2 you can take it outside. Okay, so which is equal to n plus 2 divided by n factorial into, when you taking n plus 2 outside, what is remaining here? This n plus 2 is taken outside, so you have 1 plus, here one n plus 2 is taken outside, you have n plus 1. Left out term is this. This n plus 2 and this n plus 2 get cancelled. So remaining you have 1 by n factorial into this n plus 1 is 2. So n factorial into n plus 2 we have. Okay, next we have to reduce further for this term. Okay, So we have Sn, the nth term of Sn will be equal to n factorial into n plus. So nth term is equal to 1 divided by n factorial into n plus 2. You can rewrite this also again, n plus 2 into n factorial. Suppose we want to write this to be n plus 2 factorial. 1 n plus 1 is missing. So we need to multiply and divide this n plus 1. Now this term can be written as n plus 1 divided by n plus 2 factorial. Okay, that is n plus 2 is there, n plus 1 is there into n factorial. So combine these things, you can write it to be n plus 2 factorial. Or you can write again further simplifying n plus 1 plus 1 minus 1, we write it here n plus 2 factorial. Again you have to simplify. This term can be written as n plus 2. Okay, so n plus 2 minus 1 divided by n plus 2 factorial, or otherwise you have this term will be equal to, that is nth term of Sn will be equal to n plus 2 divided by n plus 2 factorial minus 1 divided by n plus 2 factorial. Okay, so here you can write this to be n plus 2 divided by n plus 1, n plus 2 into n plus 1 factorial minus 1 by n plus 2 factorial. Or you can, these two terms get cancelled. So remaining you have 1 by n plus 1 factorial minus 1 by n plus 2 factorial. This is the nth term of Sn. Okay, nth term of Sn will be equal to this. We simplified this. From this, we need to calculate S1, S2, etc. Sn, and we substitute that in the given problem Sn. We can find out the value of the given expression. Okay. Now we write. We find out the values of S1, S2, etc. When n is equal to 1, first term of Sn will be equal to S1. That will be equal to 1 divided by 1 plus 1 is 2 factorial minus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus 2 is 3 factorial. Suppose when you are substituting n is equal to 2 here in the nth term of Sn, we substitute n is equal to 2 here. So S to nth second term of this will be equal to 1 divided by 2 plus 1 is 3 factorial minus 1 divided by 2 plus 2 is 4 factorial. Similarly, n is equal to 3, you have S3 will be, for third term will be equal to the 1 divided by n is equal to 3 is substituted now. So 4 factorial minus 1 by 5 factorial. In the same way, suppose we substitute, we need 2021, 22, 23. Okay, so we substitute 2020 here. Okay, n is equal to 2020 here. So suppose when 2020 will be equal to 1 by here 2021 factorial minus 1 by 2022 factorial. Okay, 2020 will be equal to, suppose 2020 plus 1, 2021 minus 2022 factorial. And in the same way is 2021. Okay, suppose we need to substitute as 2022, we are finding out as 2021, sorry, as 2021 will be equal to 1 divided by here when you substituting 2021 plus 1, so 2022 factorial minus 1 by 2023 factorial. Okay, so here when you adding all the terms S1 plus S2 plus etc. plus S 2020 plus S 2021, here what are the terms get cancelled? 1 by 3 factorial, here this is get cancelled and this is get cancelled, and 1 by 4 factorial, 1 by 4 factorial, and 1 by 5 factorial get cancelled with next term. In the same way, your 21, 1 by 20, 21 get cancelled with previous term, and here minus 1 by 20, 22 will get cancelled with this term and left. So after the simplification, your given problem will be equal to, left out term here is 1 by 2 factorial minus 1 by 20, 23 factorial. Okay, so that is the final answer. So will be equal to 1 by, sorry, 1 by 2 factorial minus 1 by 20, 23 factorial. That is 1 by 2 factorial is 2 itself, 1 into 2. That is 2 itself, minus 1 by 20, 23 factorial. This is our final answer. Okay. Thanks for watching. Subscribe Alpha Numeric Tricks.